of 94 Feet with Coach JT. Do me a favor, leave a like in the comment section. What I'm saying, subscribe to the podcast. Leave me some notes, whatever you want to do, some comments. I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say. Tune in, subscribe. Also, what I'm saying, just tap in. Let me know what you think, man. This spring and summer is going to be real big and busy outside of the regular day stuff that I'm doing, man. Just grow this podcast, this platform. But I appreciate the views, the likes, the comments, and people tapping in, and all my guests. Get to this intro real quick, man. This dude was a 4-year starter at Granite Bay High School here in Sacramento, or North Sacramento, whatever you want to call it, where it's at, Granite Bay. Man, leading scorer, over 1,000 points in 4 years. Also a UC San Diego commit as well. But a great young man on and off the court. Definitely a hard worker, a gym rat, a great teammate to have, one of the top PGs in the area. Hence him getting an opportunity to go play at the next level. Yaqub, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Man, not a problem. I know everything I talked about real quick before. Been busy getting ready to finish the senior year off. First off, also congratulations, man. Another good season, a good career overall, man. I know it's been a grind for you on and off the court, and just work hard and trying to achieve some goals you want to achieve. And also you're getting ready to start another chapter in your life, right? The grind's going to start over. It's going to ramp up. You're going to have to make new challenges. But like I said, man, I'm not sure if you've done many interviews or told people about yourself, where you're from, and who you are. But we're gonna start today. We're gonna get it done today, man. So just give me a little bit of background DNA from you, man. Where you originally from, growing up, man, and how it came about the game of basketball into your life, as far as this long-term journey you chose to get into.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, growing up, I was from like a small city, Grass Valley. It's about like an hour and a half from Sacramento. Really small town. Not really much happening over there, but I mean, great people, great city. I mean, I like, my parents, my mom's from Poland, so she's immigrant too, and my dad's from Pakistan. So both they met at Fresno State, kind of crazy place to meet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was fun ride. I mean, all 4 years of high school, and building up all the way from since a little kid. Started playing basketball in about kindergarten, I want to say. Kind of like it was kind of my dad who like got me into it. I was playing 7 sports growing up, so I mean, I already had like I was all over the place. But as like middle school kind of narrowed down, high school narrowed down, I kind of picked between basketball and track. And then once I hit high school, I kind of just focused just on basketball, and kind of took off from there. I mean, I wasn't that good starting out, first, second grade, but with hard work, I got better eventually. Put all the time in and effort.
That's what's up. Early on in the sports career, or just in your life, what are some of the athletes, or either basketball players, you say track, a little bit everything? Who are you kind of either like, as you know right now, right? You got people have access to so many vision, like we can watch YouTube, you can watch TV, you can watch athletes. Who are you kind of either watching or mimicking your game after in any of those sports in the early age? Or who'd you want to be like? Who'd you aspire to be like?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, growing up, it was Kobe Bryant. That's for sure. His growing up as a kid, being a Laker fan, my dad was also a Laker fan too, so I kind of followed in his footsteps. Yeah. Watching Kobe Bryant, his mentality, I feel like no one can really like ever meet that, and his approach to the game, and just not just basketball, but like in life in general. Always having that, put in those extra hours of work. So I feel like that's someone who really like inspired me as a kid growing up. I would say now though, if I had to like kind of like replicate my game to somebody, it would be Devin Booker. Just his play style. I mean, I really like watching his film, watching how he gets to the cup, scores in different positions, and that's just the way I like.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. That's a good comparison that you say that, man. Definitely watching, man, over the last 4 years from the start, and now I'm like, okay, I was thinking about that, but I definitely see the resemblance and the rhythm play and the bounce, what I'm saying, the movement on the floor. That definitely, I can see that D-Book for sure. What is has sports always been something maybe like family background? Other people in family play sports, or are you the only one, or what?
That's the crazy thing. I mean, not really. I'm kind of the first one.
Okay.
My dad didn't really play any sport growing up. Mom didn't. I mean, grandparents really nothing either. It's kind of like I'm kind of the first one in the family. So, yeah. It was new with the recruiting process too. Kind of just going in there blindfoldedly, not really knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, just trusted it and trusted the process, and just I'm glad it worked out.
That's what's up. Middle school. Where'd you play middle school ball at?
So middle school, I was jumping around team to team. I started out with Rocktown Ballers out of Rockland.
Oh, yeah.
Sac Hoyas, Yellow Jackets, all over the place. Middle schools. I played so many teams. YBA too.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Excelsior High
Okay.
School. Yeah.
Okay. How was how was your middle school time as far as like say you started playing, get into it? It's because definitely middle school, as you know too, middle school and AU stuff is just way different. But just
Yeah.
as far as the middle school aspect of the game, what would you say at your middle school time, 7th, 8th grade year? What were your strengths at that point in your career?
Yeah, I would say I was definitely not like the biggest player or the strongest player. I'm still not the biggest or strongest player, most athletic. But I would say shooting the ball is kind of like my main thing, growing up as a kid, middle school, and even now, kind of just carried that on. So ball handling too. I mean, I used to be in the park with my dad, growing up, just getting the ball handling, weighted balls, cones all over the place. I mean, at some point I would like get frustrated, like we're doing so much dribbling, like just let's work on something else. But I mean, I'm glad and like I did it, and my dad kind of helped me with it too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad that he pushed me through that.
that's what's up. You brought up Pop, so we'll ask a question about that. How was that father son father trainer relationship with you guys growing up? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be here, without him or my mom. I mean, they're two people that I give the most credit to, for me being here. And my dad, he was there with me almost every single day. He was also working too. He had a job and
Yeah,
everything. I mean, he was always there, pushing me. Sometimes I'll get upset, being a young kid. I always thought I was right, but of course, I wasn't. He obviously knew more, and he actually watched the game a lot too growing up. So I mean, I think that helped me a lot.
I think. No, I think I know. I asked a lot of kids, do you guys watch basketball? Like it's so much. It's outside of this highlight tape era, outside of these highlight reels. But do you guys watch the game? I'm like, okay, wait. Now when did that stop? I'm trying to figure out when did that stop where kids stop watching games and just watch other stuff. Do you find yourself watching a lot of tech? Well, I'm not saying I know you do that, but early on, did you find yourself, was it with dad making you do it, or was it like, well, no, I'm gonna go watch this because again, I see a Kobe, I want to go watch.
Yeah, no, growing up, I was always watching games, like no matter what. I mean, it's in class too. I still do nowadays in high school.
Said it class.
Yeah, class, I'd be, watching it on the NBA app or something like that. Not just NBA,
Yeah.
like old classic high school games or, college
Yeah.
games. Like you can learn so much from that. And I think that really helps you with my IQ. Like I said, not being, always the most athletic or biggest or strongest or fastest, but if you have that game IQ, that's going to take you to the next level. So I think watching basketball and just know that's going to help you for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's always it's so much live game film out there to watch and you can study from and get better. But it's like if you don't take advantage of it, I'm like, man, y'all missing out, man. And this basketball and play at different levels at different times, right? Like it's different eras, as they say. So it's so much to soak up and kind of keep, use, adjust, and shift. What was one thing in that middle school time to where you felt like you had to get better at? So if you were already good at shooting, what was something, as you know, right? Kobe and Book, you got to add to your bag, right? You got to bring it. What going after that middle school season, your years in middle school, playing that little young age, and like, okay, I got to get proof on this if I want to really be a mainstay or make a name for myself, right? Wherever I land in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely it would be like playing on the defensive end. I mean, I was so like, focused on being on the offensive end, putting the ball in the basket.
Mm,
Sometimes I feel like I would lack a little bit on the defensive end. And, I knew that wasn't going to be like able to cut it in high school at the varsity level, especially. So, you got to play both ends of the floor. So, I mean, I think that came along with getting more athletic. So,
mm-hmm.
I track, run, hill sprints, everything like that, jump rope, doing all these plyometrics to get faster, stronger. But yeah, I would say that defensive end, I feel like I definitely got better, compared to my middle school and then junior high and then getting to high school. Even freshman year of high school, I don't think I was as good as a defender. And I still think, now I can still even be a better defender. I mean, everyone can get better at everything. But I think that's something that really I really separate myself in.
Yeah, I think, let me see. I'm not sure how much, give me an estimate of how much you felt you might have weighed in the 8th grade year going to freshman summer.
Yeah, I'm estimated going into freshman summer. I don't know, like probably like 160, 150. Nah, yeah, probably lighter than that.
That's light, right? Yeah, that's that's light, right? Yeah. So going to that summer, I mean, nowadays you guys talk about the recruitment process for college, but I mean, I don't know, dang near it's crazy for high school too. But I mean, how did Granite Bay become school of choice for you? Was it already automatic optional where you lived at, or it's kind of was like just you felt the best situation for you as a player?
Yeah, no, I feel like it was the best of both worlds. I mean, that we knew going into it, the basketball wasn't as strong as other schools, compared to,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, Granite Bay had one of the best academics programs, in the area too, with the AP classes, IB classes. So, being a student athlete, student comes before athlete. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, my parents too made sure that, that I got the best education possible. And, I'm glad and thankful for that too.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the main thing, so, but I mean, Granite Bay was also a great platform for basketball, and I'm thankful for my coaches and teammates there, put me in position to, play at a high level there too. So I think it was the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah, definitely dope, man. I mean, it's that. I mean, you said it first. I had to ask about the academics. You said it, but that comes from again, shout out to the parents and upbringing yourself as far as maintaining those goals. Because I mean, it's not easy. People may think it is, but it's especially to be consistent on off the court, being those books, taking any classes, AP, not like it's really you got to do some work to
Yeah.
stay at that level, man. But that's definitely dope. Shout out to you. So we talked about what I'm saying you had to get better at you want to get better at defense. But now high school is coming about, man. Was it like, okay, I want to come in, I want to play varsity, or I got to earn a spot on varsity, or I'm going to earn my spot? What was that like for you coming in as a freshman to a new environment, new high school, no longer the big honcho or whatever? Just what was that like?
Exactly. I mean, I didn't really know I was gonna play varsity. I felt like deep down I really could, but I didn't know how the system was. I don't know the coaches at all. Nobody knew. So I kind of had to just prove myself, in tryouts. So like first day I was playing with like the freshmen, but I was doing my
Cooking. It's okay.
uh,
You can say you was cooking. It's all right. Tell you was cooking.
and then the head coach saw that and just moved me up, Coach Sit, and then from then I was just practicing with the varsity team, getting better with them. I didn't start my first few games as a freshman. I came off the bench, here and there. But as the season went on, progressed, I got my minutes and just took advantage of what I got and became a starter and then kind of took off from there.
Yeah, no looking back after that opportunity. Um, what was okay, but I mean, what was it like though getting a fresh? Because people now, kids, parents nowadays, vice versa, they kind of okay. If my son's on varsity, he need to be playing, but every situation different for every kid. I mean, it really is based upon school, the field. What was it like for you, or what? I got my idea, but what made you just stay the course, wait my opportunity, but stay ready so you don't have to get ready, as they say, but then go out. I mean, what kept it like? Okay, I'm here. I got to earn this, but what was your mentality?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, coming into it, I was a little bit nervous and anxious. I didn't know if I was gonna, having that name, go into it like, oh, is he gonna play JV, freshman, varsity? But
Mm-hmm.
all levels, I mean, you can still take advantage of every level you play at. I mean, you got NBA players playing, play JV and freshman, but they're still, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, even if you made that varsity team or whatever team that you're on, I feel like you got to find your niche and feel like what you're good at and what you bring to the table. Like
Mm-hmm.
freshman, I was very small. I was playing 17-year-olds, and I was 14. So I mean,
Right.
I grabbed to the basket every time. I'll get swatted, I'll get blocked, and they were just more physical, stronger than me, so I'll get pushed. So like driving in the light, I learned to use my floater, and not go all the way down. Getting better at shooting, really catch and shoot, being a really good catch and shoot guy, make sure I 40% plus, so I can stay in the game and have my moments then. But of course, as high school went on, you do deep in your bag and then you get bigger, stronger, faster. So then that's when you can, use your moves and, get to the cup, and physicality is obviously much stronger than you were freshman year. I think you're good, coach.
I got you. Going through school. Are you a list? I got to write down my list, or do you like how my goals? I want to achieve this kind of. This is what I kind of framework. Your goal about what you're doing, so you kind of stay on the course, or you just kind of know this one I want to tackle, or I got some guys I want to go at this year. I seen over the summer. I'm getting at them. How do you go about kind of framing your mind for your seasons in high school?
Yeah, I mean, I know they say rankings don't matter as much, but I kind of use that to like my advantage, as in like looking who's above me, because I want to see who like everyone was talking about, and in that high school season, and then see those players, see those teams, especially Granite was usually never ranked, as a high school team, and people were always above us, teams were always above us, even though like we beat them sometimes in preseason, and they would still put us in the top 20 or top 10 rankings in the area, and I kind of use that as fuel, motivation, not just me, but also like my teammates too. So I feel like that, like I would kind of like a list, and just going at every single person, having like that mentality that there's a target on my back. Just kind of playing every game with a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's good. At any point in time, we talked about some good successes though, but any point in time, or let me say not any point in time, but where, when, or how have you faced some adversities to where you had to either take some time and think about how you want to overcome it, get some support from somebody else, or like, you know, okay, man, I'm really trying to figure this out, or I'm struggling, you know, because I mean, of course, we see the accolades, we see kids signing, we see kids highlight reels, but what about the rough, the hard times, or the time where I get a little shaky, anything like that going through your career in high school?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I would say sophomore year. I mean, freshman year I came in probably like 5'8", so pretty
Mm-hmm.
small. Sophomore year I grew a lot, like about 4 or 5 inches, became like 6'1", and then ended
Okay.
off like 2. But I think during that growth spurt, I mean, my shot changed completely. So like I was just throwing up like so many misses, and it was just really. So I mean, I wasn't
Okay.
playing as sophomore, I wasn't hitting shots, so that was my main thing. If I'm hitting shots, and I'm be on the bench. But I think that was a big adversity, going through that shooting slump. But I mean, me and my dad just went back to the park, went back to the basics, putting up more shots, trying to get that shot form back, after growing a lot of inches, changing the shot form like that, free throws. But I mean, I would say that's one of my biggest. I'll remember that for sure. That sophomore year transition going. I mean, I'm glad I grew, obviously, but still,
Yeah.
it was definitely a transition with the shooting.
Right. What year was that when? Oh, was that 2 summers ago? You had the ankle injury. I remember
Yeah,
you were. We're at Yale. We were at that all world balling, and I'm looking. And I'm like, oh no, his ankle. Was it the ankle or knee?
it was no, it was like it was about, I want to say 2 years ago or a year ago, like beginning of my junior year. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had back. I sprained it like 3 times in like 2 months. It was just bad, and then from then I had to start wearing ankle braces. And then, I went to physical therapy, got that taken care of now. I mean, I'm glad, they're all healthy, doing resistant band work, every single day to make sure that they're strong and healthy. I can play on it now. But yeah, that was also, something I had to go through junior year too. At the same time playing through those ankle issues.
Yeah, so I know that had to be frustrating, especially you're tuning up, getting ready for stuff, and then bang, go down, like walk out, like just deflating. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you got to come back, do this again. But um, your junior season, you come back. You guys make it how far in the playoffs? Your
Yes, we went all the way to sections against Grant.
That's what I thought, right? You guys played Grant in the sections that year, fall short that year. After
Right.
after that game, what's on your mind?
After that game, man, it was tough. I still had that second place, second, like ribbon to like the,
Yep.
the second place. So I had
Yep.
that in my room. I looked at it every, to like motivate myself. Next year I'm gonna have that, action game, and so like yeah, that was just straight motivation, to be honest with you. And I really felt like we could have won that game against Grant. I feel like we also could have won that game against Whitney too, this past year too. But I mean, I stuck to my goal. I got back there as a team, and so that was definitely
Yeah. I
a big
de- I
achievement.
definitely Yeah, I definitely can attest to that, man. Getting that second place section, I'll never forget that loss, bro. We took a loss to my senior year. I didn't get a chance to go back because I was graduating. So I like, you don't even want this thing, man. I'm like, I don't want this. I'm like, we just right there. They might have lost by 2 to Jesuit, man. So I'll never forget it, man. But coming back this year, prior to going to the playoffs, though, you make you're at Rio. It's crazy. Gym's crowded. It's like the
Yeah.
Kobe Michael Jordan. Walk me through that last possession, man. Your high school game before you get back to the Arco. I mean, to go to one. Walk me through that last possession.
It's crazy. Like when I look back at it, it's like those like plays that you like dream of as a kid. Shot clock counting down. Everyone looking at you, ball in your hands, tie game. I mean, I was just in the moment, like everything just slowed down. And I give credit to my coach too, because usually I feel like they would call a timeout, but I just gave him a look, like I got it. I give the ball, and he's like, just do you. So I got the ball, and I slowed everything down and just made a move. I guess, the ball went in, thankfully, obviously, but yeah, I mean, crowd was talking crazy too, so I had to, I'm glad I hit shot.
Yeah, that definitely the Rio crowds are definitely wild over there, man. That section goes crazy. Yeah, but I was watching the clip again on your Instagram earlier. But I know how it is. We played the Rio a couple tournaments since I've been coaching at Kennedy, and even when I played there, we played there too. It's a great environment to play in. But definitely those moments is classics, right? You'll never forget it. Go down in history for sure. Um, UC San Diego, right? I know the recruiting process is crazy. How hard or strenuous was it for you as a young man? Was that process for you, or was it smooth?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was not smooth. I mean, it was smooth, but it wasn't smooth. It was crazy. It was kind of like in between. Like a lot of schools reached out, my junior year, all over the country. UC's, Big West, a lot of Pac-12, a lot. They all watched me during the AAU season when I was playing with Team Willard. Picked up a couple offers here and there, but I feel like the transfer really, really killed the 2023s and 2024s, 2022s. It really hurt a lot of us. So, I mean, it was going to work out, didn't work out. And then, UC San Diego was always like one of my top choices. I visited their unofficial visit, like my beginning of my junior year. And like, I kind of felt it. Like, you can just feel it when you're on campus. You're like, oh, this is the place, I feel like I can really like take my game and, blossom here, academically and on the court too. So, I mean, I'm glad, it worked out. I thought it wasn't going to work out, but, tables turned and, everything flipped. And, so it just kind of worked out at the end. And I'm glad of that.
That's what's up. That's good. Congratulations to you as well. Do you have idea what you're gonna major in when you get there?
Yeah, so I'm thinking about either doing data science, business economics, and then minoring in computer science.
Always gonna have a career after that ball stop bouncing, man. That's what's up. Or you use it to keep that ball rolling, whatever it is, man. That's definitely dope, man. Big shout out to you. As you're finishing up right now, man, what is it exciting, ready to leave, get out of town, or like okay, excited to graduate, walk that stage? What's on your mind right now? What's going on?
Honestly, it's a lot of senioritis, in class. Crazy, like after I committed, I mean, everything feels a little more, easygoing, a little bit more relaxed. I mean, I'm training a lot now, getting in the gym, just trying to get ready for the college season. I mean, I'm so serious too, but at the same time, I'm definitely ready to, walk that stage.
That's what's up, man. Again, man, big shout out to you and the family, all the hard work, everybody you've been working with and just working, man. But keep it respectful what you've been doing, man. It's going to take you far and you'll be fine, man. I mean, like I said, you got the pedigree, you got the DNA, you got the build, you got the work ethics. So that's what keep you far. So as you know, in basketball, right, triple threat, man, dribble, pass, shoot. But at the end of every show that I get going on, I ask all my guests, man, give me your triple threat, right? Like 3 things that you know or you feel somebody who don't know you or somebody who may want to get to know you should know about you personally. Give them 3 things that you can hang your hat on that kind of define you or explain you as your character, as a young man, whatever, man. Give me your triple threat.
That's a really, really good question, actually. Damn. I would say for one, it would just be like being myself and staying true to myself. There's gonna be a lot of talking, media, social media, stuff like that. But I feel like being true to yourself, that confidence, and really just not like caring what other people like think about you. That's definitely a big one, I would say. If you have confidence, and you can really, like excel and always like make yourself better, and not worrying about what who's doing this, who's doing that, and make sure you're getting better every single day. That 1%. For like the second one, I would say that's a good one. Wow, when I'm thinking about this, I would say it's kind of like vague, but hard work, really. Just like put in that work outside of just high school, and then waking up early mornings, late nights. Even if the days like you don't want to do it, those are the days where you actually really get better. So I would say those are the that hard work and that having that mentality that I want to get 1% better every single day. So I feel like if you get 1% better, not just doing basketball, whether it's stretching, rolling out, or whatever it is, make sure that you're taking care of your body and just progression of growth every single day. And third, I would just say that third, I would say taking school serious. To be honest, having that plan, having that organizational plan. Doing this, having your things in order. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like knowing what you want to do, taking school serious and basketball serious. If you really want to go to that next level, other than this being disciplined, going out with friends, going to the parties. But if you're really taking school serious and basketball serious, you can really make it to that next level.
Yep. That's what's up, man. Hey, you got, like I said, you got the plan. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. All your dreams become realities, my man, and just stay with it. Like I said, you already know college, a different grind. So it's 3 or 4 levels up. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get testy. But you know what I'm saying, you hold on to your values and your family and that work ethic, bro. You'll be all right. Because again, it's something great out there for you. You know what I mean? So I mean, keep it respectful, man. You've been that all around since I've seen you, known you, train with you a couple of times randomly here and there, man. It's been a blessing even to watch you grow and get this accomplished, man. So when you win, I win, man. So I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
I know you got school tomorrow, unless you're on break, man. I don't know if you're on break. We got them tests done last week, so you get a little some stuff out the way. So just take care, man, and stay working hard, all right?
Hey, appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, not a problem, man. Stay up, man. All right, you heard it from the UC San Diego commit, Coach J 916 on Instagram, 94 Feet with Coach JT on Instagram. We out. Peace.